The streak for the Lakers at crypto. Yep, 4 games in 6 nights. This is the second of which on the heels of the emotional revenge game for Luka against Dallas the other night. Now LeBron and the Lakers welcoming Minnesota. Up 3 early. LeBron going to launch for 3 and bury it. 6-point edge early. Final seconds of the first quarter. They're already up 14. LeBron drives the layup. Ooh. Little finish, but you've got to keep an eye on Jared Vanderbilt and Anthony Edwards after the play. As the quarter came to a close, they exchanged some words and some shoves as well. Double text issue, they offset. Lakers up 33-17. We move on to the second quarter. Make that the third now. T-Wolves down by 15. Edwards drives and is hitting the deck there and then hit with another tech. That's his second of the game, so you know that means he's gone. So he falls on the play, starts jawing at the official. That leads to the technical foul. It was his 16th of the season, so he's going to be suspended for the next game. First player with 16 techs before March since Boogie Cousins back in 2016-17. So he's going to toss that ball into the crowd, a little souvenir, and an early shower. Under 2 to go in the third quarter, 11-point lead for L.A. LeBron drives, lays it in. First player in NBA history at age 40 or older with 25 points in 5 straight games. Great. Just constantly making history every single game, it seems. Now in the fourth quarter, Minnesota hanging in there. Terrence Shannon Jr. with speed lays it in. They're within 6. Now within 3. Luka, after the foul, banks it in. He missed the free throw. A lot of missed free throws late in the game for the Lakers. They're up 5 at that point. Now up 4. And Luka, that is ridiculous. Fadeaway 3 as the shot clock expires. Even Papa Doncic in the stands could not believe it. That was absolutely clutch, and it leads to another Laker win, 111-102.
Yeah, I think we set the tone early. First quarter, I think they had like 16 points, something like that, so we set the tone early.
Your shot wasn't falling from the perimeter, but you do hit the one where you're almost falling out of bounds. You kind of looked up as if saying, okay, finally one goes down.
I mean, it's crazy. I can't make a normal shot and I make that shot. Just at this point who I am, but got to work on that easy shots. Got to knock them down. I've been playing horrible, so I got to get back to it.
You guys are winning games, though. What have you noticed about your teammates, and how are you getting the job done as a group?
Like I said, the first time we set the tone on defense, and then we play with pace. The ball is moving, so that's how we win games.
What did you see from LeBron James tonight?
It's amazing. There's nothing else to say. Amazing.
Luka gives the Lakers another player that could pass and rebound at a high clip. Now, since the calendar turned to February, the Lakers have had multiple players record 5 rebounds and assists in 6 of 11 games. So that includes Doncic, LeBron, and Austin Reeves on Thursday. That happened in 37% in their games prior to the trade. All right, let's say hello to my guy, Kendrick Perkins, who's joining us from his humble abode. And Perk, I want to hit you on 2 teams that made big moves for big-name stars ahead of the deadline, talking about the Lakers with Luka and then the Warriors with Jimmy Butler. Now, first with the Lakers. Now, once he was traded, all the talk was how Luka and LeBron were going to mesh offensively. At this point, how smooth has that transition been in your estimation?
Oh, it's been easy work. And look, when you have 2 high IQ guys like that, they're gonna make it happen, right? LeBron James, he don't get enough credit for what he could do off the ball. He's shooting the tray ball at a high clip when he wants to. He's one of the best screeners in the league. He's one of the best rollers in the league. And they're playing with pace, the kick ahead, and it helps to have a guy like Austin Reeves on the perimeter as well, a guy that could create for himself and be a spacer, but they're getting it done defensively. I mean, since January, they've been the #1 defensive team in the league, and they've been paying close attention to detail. Yes, they got some healthy bodies back. Yes, Finney Smith helps, but again, they are allowing teams to shoot the 3 ball because they don't believe that a lot of teams around the league can make threes at a high clip, and it's working out for them.
Perk, I'm not sure what specific vintage you were enjoying while enjoying these games tonight, but we were witness to another vintage Steph Curry performance on Thursday. What stuck out to you about his performance? What impressed you the most?
Well, I'll tell you what, that light-skinned brother with the green eyes is something else. He's something else because Think about this. Think about what Steph Curry was about 2 months ago. He looked so defeated at times, and all of a sudden you make a move and get a bona fide second option, and it gives Steph life again. And now we're starting to see the Steph that we saw in the Olympics, a Steph Curry that is playing with joy, a dangerous Steph Curry. Well, now, all the attention is not just on him, because people have to remember, Jimmy Butler is more than just a scorer. He brings a certain type of dog attitude to a team that you can't find in a lot of places. And so now you hear Draymond Green at the All-Star break talking about, yeah, we're going to win a championship. That's because they finally got some belief and hope in that locker room, and Steph Curry believes as well.
The Warriors 7-2 since acquiring Jimmy Butler.
On Thursday, started well for the Magic, though. Paolo Banchero working on Kevon Looney. Oh, my.
Yam.
Magic up 20-16. They shot 64% in the first half. Second quarter, Warriors down by 15. Curry from the logo. 12-point game. 4 minutes left in the half. Curry working on Wendell Carter Jr. 3 more. Got that, but still a 12-point game. 2 minutes later, Franz Wagner up top for Banchero. Banchero 24 in the first half, 41 for the game. He wasn't close to the leading scorer. This is when things started to change. 1 second left, Orlando up 17. That's 56 feet for Curry, according to Second Spectrum. And it was pure. Warriors still down 14 at the half, though. Start of the third. Jimmy Butler to Curry. Sidestep. Another three, got a favorable bounce, and it falls. And that's the start of a good old-fashioned Curry flurry. Another one. Warriors down by 1. Under 6 to go in the third. Curry drives. Gotcha. Went back behind the line, let another one fly. Next Warriors possession. Curry, keep feeding him. 9 of 13 from 3 through the first 3 quarters. It's 82-75 Warriors. Later in the third, Curry working on Wagner. All sorts of moves, and then the finish. 42nd career 20-point quarter. Most of any player in the play-by-play era. Outscored the Magic 22-21 in the third, and with the Golf Channel guys watching, he gave him a little wrist hinge. Late fourth quarter. Curry to Quentin, post back to Curry. 26 game with double-digit threes. That's 10. And then Curry, his 12th three of the game in 19 tries. How about 56 for Curry, his 14th career 50-point game? The Warriors take their 5th straight, 121-115 over the Magic, with Steph Curry leading the way.
It never gets old watching, I can tell you that. I think the fans here tonight, even the Magic fans, they know they're witnessing greatest shooter ever and one of the greatest performers ever. He's an incredible performer, and he put on quite a show tonight.
But aside from Steph, what do you think was the difference?
The man had 56 points. There is no aside from Steph. He had 56.
I have to channel February 27th energy, all the time. I don't know what it is, but yeah, tonight was different just because we needed all of them to kind of stay afloat and give ourselves a chance. And then, a lot of guys contributed down the stretch to help us win, but it's nice to have a flurry like that and have fun with it.
Yeah, February 27th, something about it. 2013, lit up the Garden. 54 and 11 threes. He's the only player in NBA history to make double-digit threes at Madison Square Garden. In 2016, one of the most incredible moments of his career in the history of NBA Twitter, with the game tied in overtime, pulled up from 3, draining the shot for the win. Here's
bang.
Mike Breen's call.
You have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
46 points, 12 threes for Curry in that one. And then on Thursday, February 27th, again, 56 and 12 threes against the Magic. He's the third player in NBA history with at least 3 45-point games on a single calendar day, along with Hall of Famers Wilt Chamberlain and Elgin Baylor. What a night for Curry, but Paolo Banchero also was special, 41 points of his own. Their age difference of 14 years and 243 days, the largest in a 40-point duel in NBA history. Curry involved in 3 of the 5 largest age differences in 40-point duels, with the other 2 featuring Luka Doncic and Jason Tatum.
Do the Curry Flurry shirts already exist, Stan, or are you printing those after the show?
I may have to do that.
Across the street at Crypto, Lakers hosting the Timberwolves. You got Ant and Luka. Sign us up. First quarter, you're 5.5 to play. Lakers already up by a dozen. Off the miss from Dorian Finney-Smith. Luka lays it back in, extends the lead to 14. Jump ahead to the second quarter. There's 3 minutes left on the clock. 53-34 LA. There's Ant. Knocks down the easy three, cuts into the deficit. Lakers up 13. Under a minute to go now in the half. Luka up top on the feed from Vanderbilt to LeBron. So the Lakers are up by 11 at the break. And now in the third quarter, 68-49.
Some fresh reaction from Magic head coach Jamal Mosley. It's new on SportsCenter.
Aside from Steph, because we know he can do those types of things on certain nights, but aside from Steph, what do you think was the difference?
The man had 56 points. There is no aside from Steph. He had 56. So I completely understand. I mean, I think, so be completely transparent, 34 free throws for a jump shooting basketball team is tough to overcome as well.
The man had 56 points. That's like the best.
He could have left it right
He
there.
could have left it right there and just dropped the mic. I mean, Steph Curry, 36 years old, one of the best shooters the game has ever seen. Andrea, how do you even encapsulate what his legacy is or what it will be in the NBA?
You know what I'm thinking about, Yves? You were talking about the first time Steph Curry popped off on February 27th, and it was in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many career and life changes I've made since 2013. My life has gone a million different directions in these last 12 years, and all Steph Curry has done in these last, let's say, 12 years, but even since he got drafted to Golden State, is achieve greatness and achieve at a high level and shoot in a way that inspires so many people around the world to push themselves to achieve this level of greatness. Steph Curry has overcome so many haters, so many doubters, and every single season he shows up and he has gotten better and better, and he never settles. It's just incredible to watch him work. We are witnessing greatness. We are witnessing something we may never see again when it comes to this level of prolific shooting and scoring. And to me, when he talked about how they needed every bit of these points, that's the biggest thing for me. It's not like this game was a blowout. They needed every single one of those threes, every single one of those points. He did it in a close, a 6-point game, a 6-point win for this team, and he did it with joy. He did it with this energy and had fun with it for as long as he's been playing. To achieve that level of greatness in a close game with that level of joy, it's inspiring.
You know, Amina mentioned he's 36. He's going to be 37 in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I think for the greats like him, LeBron, especially they do it later in their career, we start to take for granted what they are doing because they've been doing it for so long. But the difficulty, though, Andrea, of any athlete doing something like this at the twilight of their career, I don't think we can fully understand. From your perspective, though, how much more impressive is it when you consider how old he is relative to his sport?
Yes, let's just relative to his sport.
Relative to his sport.
But to me, I think about having to take care of your body to perform at that level in the NBA.
Yes.
Like to perform against the greatest in the world. These guys night in and night out to keep yourself in great conditioning. That's the thing about Steph Curry for me, is it's not like he just plants himself in the paint. We're watching some of these highlights. He's taking 5 or 6 dribbles, or he's cutting from the block to the top of the key, catching the basketball, then putting it on the ground. It's not like he's a stagnant player. He moves more than almost anybody else in the league. So the way that he keeps himself in conditioning and dedicates himself, LeBron James also, the way they dedicate themselves to their conditioning level to perform at this level every single year when everybody says they're aging out or they're peaking or they continue to show up and say, no, not yet. We're not ready to leave just yet.
Thank you for doing us a solid and staying through that. I hope you enjoyed it.
Of course. It was wonderful.
Are you going to text me Sunday or?
You know what? Don's got something for you on Sunday. Coach Staley has something for you on Sunday. You didn't wish her good luck, then you messed me up. Don's my girl.
No, Tennessee messed you up. That's what messed you up. I had nothing to do with that.
You know what? I got to give it to Kentucky because that was what Steph Curry did to the Magic. That was all of Kentucky to do.
This is when things started to change. 1 second left. Orlando up 17. That's 56 feet for Curry, according to Second Spectrum. And it was pure. Warriors still down 14 at the half, though. Start of the third. Jimmy Butler to Curry. Sidestep. Another three. Got a favorable bounce, and it falls. And this is the start of a good old-fashioned Curry flurry. Another one. Warriors down by 1. Under 6 to go in the third. Curry drives, gotcha, went back behind the line, let another one fly. Next Warriors possession. Curry, keep feeding him. 9 of 13 from 3 through the first 3 quarters. It's 82-75 Warriors. Later in the third, Curry working on Wagner. All sorts of moves, and then the finish. 42nd career 20-point quarter, most of any player in the play-by-play era. Outscored the Magic 22-21 in the third, and with the Golf Channel guys watching, he gave him a little wrist hinge. Late fourth quarter. Curry to Quentin, post back to Curry. 26 game with double-digit threes. That's 10. And then Curry, his 12th three of the game in 19 tries. How about 56 for Curry, his 14th career 50-point game. The Warriors take their 5th straight, 121 to...
The Los Angeles Lakers are in the midst of a grueling stretch at Crypto.com Arena, facing 4 games in 6 nights. Fresh off an emotionally charged battle against the Dallas Mavericks, where Luka Doncic sought revenge in spectacular fashion, the Lakers turned their attention to another formidable opponent, the Minnesota Timberwolves. With LeBron James leading the charge, the Lakers jumped out to an early lead, dictating the tempo from the outset. James wasted no time making his presence felt, drilling a three-pointer to push the Lakers ahead by 6. As the first quarter wound down, LeBron showcased his signature blend of power and finesse, driving to the rim for a smooth finish. However, the real fireworks came after the buzzer, as tensions flared between Jared Vanderbilt and Anthony Edwards. The two exchanged words and shoves, resulting in double technical fouls that set the tone for an intense contest. By the third quarter, the Lakers had built a commanding 15-point lead, but the night took a dramatic turn when Edwards found himself at the center of controversy. After hitting the deck on a drive, he voiced his frustration to the officials, earning himself a second technical foul and an automatic ejection. It marked his 16th technical of the season, triggering an automatic suspension for the Timberwolves' next game. Edwards became the first player since DeMarcus Cousins in the 2016-17 season to reach the 16-tech threshold before March. In frustration, he tossed the ball into the stands, a souvenir for a lucky fan, but an early exit from Minnesota's star. With under 2 minutes remaining in the third, the Lakers maintained an 11-point advantage. James, relentless as ever, attacked the paint for another bucket, etching his name deeper into the NBA history books. At 40 years old, LeBron became the first player in league history to record 25 points in 5 consecutive games at his age, continuing to redefine longevity in the sport. Minnesota, however, refused to fold. In the fourth quarter, the Timberwolves clawed their way back into striking distance, fueled by the speed and aggressiveness of Terrence Shannon Jr. His layup cut the deficit to 6, and moments later, the gap shrunk to just 3. Then, in a moment of pure brilliance, Luka Doncic delivered a breathtaking fadeaway three-pointer as the shot clock expired, leaving even his father, the legendary Sasa Doncic, stunned in the stands. It was a dagger, a shot that defied logic and ultimately sealed another crucial victory for the Lakers, 111-102. In the post-game interview, Doncic reflected on the Lakers' success, emphasizing the team's defensive intensity. "I think we set the tone early. First quarter, they had like 16 points. That's how we win, by playing defense and keeping up the pace," he explained. When asked about his own shooting struggles, Luka couldn't help but shake his head. "It's crazy. I can't make a normal shot, but then I hit that one almost falling out of bounds. I got to work on the easy ones." Despite his self-criticism, Doncic's contributions, along with LeBron's continued brilliance, have helped transform the Lakers into one of the most dangerous teams in the Western Conference. Since February, Los Angeles has relied on multiple playmakers to facilitate ball movement and control the tempo. Doncic, LeBron, and Austin Reeves have all recorded at least 5 rebounds and 5 assists in 6 of the last 11 games, a testament to their versatility and chemistry. Prior to the trade deadline, that type of well-rounded production had only occurred in 37% of their games. With Doncic in the mix, the Lakers now possess an additional high IQ player capable of orchestrating the offense, rebounding at a high level, and delivering in the clutch. Shifting gears to another franchise that made a blockbuster move, the Golden State Warriors are thriving since acquiring Jimmy Butler. The big question surrounding the Lakers trade was how Doncic and LeBron would mesh offensively. But for the Warriors, the addition of Butler provided a much-needed secondary option to take pressure off Steph Curry. ESPN analyst Kendrick Perkins weighed in on both situations, highlighting how seamlessly Doncic has fit into the Lakers system. It's been easy work. When you have 2 high IQ guys like that, they're going to make it happen, Perkins said. LeBron doesn't get enough credit for what he does off the ball. He's shooting the 3 a high clip. He's one of the best screeners and rollers in the league. And let's not forget about Austin Reeves as a spacer. They're playing with pace. They're moving the ball, and they've been the best offensive team in the league since January. The conversation then shifted to Golden State, where Steph Curry delivered yet another legendary performance, dropping 56 points in a 121-115 win over the Orlando Magic. Perkins was in awe of what he witnessed. That light-skinned brother with the green eyes, he's something else, he said. 2 months ago, people were doubting him. Now, you get him a bona fide second option, and suddenly, Steph looks alive again. He's playing with joy, and a dangerous Steph Curry is bad news for the rest of the league. The Warriors trailed by as many as 17 points, with Paolo Banchero torching them for 41 points. But as the game wore on, the tide shifted. Curry ignited a third-quarter explosion, hitting deep threes with his signature effortless stroke. With the shot clock winding down, he pulled up from 56 feet, nothing but net. It was a moment that left the Chase Center in a frenzy, a reminder of Curry's limitless range. By the time the dust settled, he had knocked down 12 three-pointers on 19 attempts, registering his 14th career 50-point game. The Warriors, now 7-2 since acquiring Butler, are playing with renewed belief. Post-game, Curry reflected on his performance with his usual humility. "We needed all of them," he admitted. "It wasn't just for show. Every single one of those threes mattered in a close game. It's fun when you get in a rhythm like that." February 27th has a special place in Curry's career. In 2013, he dropped 54 points at Madison Square Garden, putting the league on notice. In 2016, he hit an iconic game winner in overtime against Oklahoma City, solidifying his reputation as a generational shooter. And now, in 2025, another unforgettable masterpiece. He joins an exclusive club alongside Wilt Chamberlain and Elgin Baylor as one of only 3 players to register at least 3 45-point performances on the same calendar day. At 36 years old, Curry's greatness remains undeniable. His relentless conditioning, tireless movement off the ball, and unwavering confidence continue to separate him from the pack. As ESPN's Andrea Carter put it, "We take it for granted because he's been doing it for so long. But to sustain this level of excellence at this stage of his career is almost incomprehensible." The Lakers and Warriors, 2 teams that redefined basketball in the 2010s, are proving they still have plenty left in the tank. With LeBron defying Father Time in Los Angeles and Curry putting on nightly clinics in Golden State, the Western Conference remains as unpredictable as ever. One thing, however, is certain: basketball fans are witnessing history in real time.